This. Individuals wrestling with the idea of losing loved ones for a cause bigger than their high school prom. It's like playing tug of war with your conscience. One tug is for the greater good, and the other is, but they're my mom. This epic struggle often leads to complex moral dilemmas, causing more confusion than a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Now, let's sprinkle some trust into the mix, the glue that holds relationships together, much like duct tape, but, less sticky and more emotional. Trust can make or break critical decision-making, like deciding whether to order pizza or sushi during a crisis. When trust is high, the collaboration flows like a well-oiled machine, and those difficult goals become as achievable as convincing your dog not to chase that squirrel. And speaking of emotional roller coasters, let's dive into fate. It seems we can't avoid looking back at our past and the consequences of our actions. It's like facing your old yearbook photos. Acknowledging our missteps can lead to personal growth and transformation, but let's be honest, most of us are still grappling with the fact that we wore cargo shorts in the early 2000s. Now, zooming in on the president, who's sweating bullets over his compromised inner circle, it's like having a group of toddlers in a candy store without supervision. He's concerned about the implications of the recent attack on national security, which highlights the gravity of the situation. Imagine trying to hold a serious meeting while worrying if someone's going to accidentally launch a paper airplane at you. Enter Captain America, faced with self-doubt and the fear of being manipulated like a puppet on strings. This makes you wonder about loyalty and the nature of power. Is it a blessing or a curse? It's like being invited to a party where you're not sure if you're supposed to bring snacks or just show up for the cake. Talk about an identity crisis. Let's take a detour into the world of multiple lives and resurrection, shall we? This idea reveals some mind-bending complexities in identity and morality. It's like trying to figure out who you are every morning when you wake up with bedhead. Add a dash of intrigue, and you've got characters whose motivations are as tangled as a bowl of spaghetti at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Meanwhile, there's a character known as the Hunter, not your average outdoorsman, I assure you. He symbolizes an unavoidable force that judges folks based on their actions. It's like having a strict gym teacher watching your every move, reminding you that accountability is key. His presence is a gentle nudge, or perhaps a shove, reminding everyone that their actions have weight, much like a world-class burrito after a long night. As if that weren't enough, the dialogue dives into the epic struggle between righteousness and injustice. It's like deciding whether stealing a cookie from the cookie jar is worth the inevitable doom of being caught by mom. Every decision carries dire consequences, leading us to question the meanings of honor and moral codes. Just remember, sometimes your honor is just a fancy word for not getting caught. Now, let's ponder the connection between personal identity and legacy. Embracing who you truly are can lead to greatness, or at the very least, a much cooler social media following. This transformation is essential for becoming a legend, and let's be real, every legend started off as a quirky person nobody understood, like your great Uncle Larry who insists on wearing socks with sandals. And here comes family dynamics crashing onto the scene like a herd of elephants in a china shop. Characters express their unwavering commitment to one another amidst chaos and uncertainty, proving that family really does matter, even if they drive you nuts sometimes. Their relationships are the fuel that drives their actions and decisions, much like your family's relentless ability to find embarrassing photos of you at family gatherings. As the situation heats up, characters discuss the need for preparation and the stakes of their survival. It's a race against time, and they're on a tighter deadline than a kid trying to finish their homework right before bedtime. The urgency is palpable, like the moment you realize your favorite show is starting soon, and you haven't even found the remote yet. Leadership and responsibility take center stage as characters confront their roles in this unfolding crisis. They're faced with the dilemma of whether to act together or risk going solo, like deciding whether to stick with your friends at a concert or bravely venture into the mosh pit alone, which, let's face it, feels like a bad idea. Now, let's meet the team. A dazzling array of skilled individuals, each with unique roles like a medic and a tech expert. Think of them as the Avengers, but with a twist. Their diverse expertise is critical for the success of the mission, making it clear that it takes a village, or at least a quirky cast of characters, to save the day. As we delve deeper, the narrative reflects on the darker aspects of human nature, suggesting that sometimes appearances can be as deceptive as a cat pretending to care about your homework. This theme reminds us to be vigilant in times of crisis because, let's be honest, we all know someone who looks innocent but is actually a master schemer plotting world domination, or just planning to borrow your favorite sweater for 3 months. Finally, the characters share a common loss due to the rebellion, which ties them together in their quests like kids on a school field trip. This connection underscores the emotional stakes involved in their mission, proving that even in chaos, love and shared experiences can light the way, or at least distract from the fact that someone forgot the snacks again.